Hello, I hope you guys are all doing great. This is the nail art design we'll be working on today. Let's get started. The first thing I did is I applied this Glimmer Gloss nail polish by Revlon. It's called Grapefruit Glitter, and I only applied it over the bottom area of my nail, and then I applied a white French tip manicure. Followed by that, I'm going to be using this light pink nail polish by Sinful Colors called Beautiful Girl, and I'm going to be applying it over the upper part of my French manicure with a makeup sponge. I'm applying the nail polish directly onto my sponge. And I'm going to begin sponging the very tip of my nail. And little by little, I'll begin bringing the sponge downward, creating that gradient effect. The next nail polish I'm going to be using is this glitter one by Sinful Colors, and it's called Smoking Hot. I'm only going to be applying this one over the French manicure area. I'm going to begin in the corner and little by little just bringing it down. To make my one-stroke flower, I'm going to be using this acrylic paint by Americana, and it's called Royal Fuchsia. I'll be using this one along with a white acrylic paint. This is the brush brand and size I'm going to be using to paint my one-stroke flower, and this is what the tip looks like. I'm going to be dipping half of my brush in the pink and the other half in the white. So what I'm going to do now is just lightly press, just blending those colors in. I'm going to flip my brush over and I'm going to do the same thing again, just making sure that my brush is fully loaded. And now it's ready. I'm going to begin with the first flower petal with the white color on top. Just dabbing it, creating that first flower petal. Now I'm going into the second flower petal, and all I'm doing is just dabbing, dabbing, dabbing. Now I'm going to do the third one. Now over the center bottom area, I'm going to do a letter U motion. I'm going to come to this side and I'm going to do the same exact thing, another letter U. And then on this side, I'll do the same exact thing. Over this side area, I'm just going to be painting a really simple, tiny little flower. It's actually just a flower petal. I'm going to come a little bit lower, and I'm going to do the same exact thing. Next, I'm going to be using this green paint by Apple Barrel. It's called Leaf Green. This is the brush brand and size I'm going to be using, and this is what the tip looks like. Now, coming under the 3 petals we did on the bottom, I'm going to be adding some green paint, and I'll be adding the stem, coming in sideways. And I'll begin curling it over this area, adding a little loop, and I'll just be finishing it off, giving it a tiny little tail over this area. I'm also going to be adding a green leaf, a tiny little green leaf over this area. I'm going to do the same thing, adding a little bit of green and then connecting it to the flower, the little stem. In the center of the flower, I'm just going to be adding a little bit of that green. Now, stemming from the flower, I'm going to be creating another loop, curling it in, and ending it off in the corner. Over in the top area where we created the little swirl, I'm going to paint another small little green leaf. Now, using the white paint, I'm just going to very carefully outline the flower. Next, I'll be using this green glitter by Folgart. It's number 2789. Over all of the areas where I used the green paint, I'm very lightly just going to be adding this green glitter. This green glitter goes on opaque, but it dries glittery green. So I'm just going to continue doing that. I'm going to be adding tiny little white dots to the center of the flower where we applied the green paint. Using a small size dotting tool, I'm just going to create a pattern coming in towards the center of the French manicure. Now in pink, I'm going to be creating one coming in downward. All you have left to do is to apply your top coat sealing in your design. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and try out this nail art design. Be safe and I'll see you next time. Bye!